So in this video, this would be quite my plan, idea, formula on continuing my journey on um, having a demon back, your bodyweight bat wings, your cobra, uh, cobra lats, if you will, and based on what I have observed, experimented on based on myself. Of course, I'm the test subject. Um, these are some of my three, I think, top three exercises that actually hit my back. And of course, this would be an objective uh, perspective, a point of view. So take this video analysis with a grain of salt. And let's begin with this video. So first, vertical pulls, whether it could be with a machine, body weight, or of course both. It could be either machine or body weight movement, but I prefer doing body weight exercises compared to doing machine variations. So whether it could be a pull up, chin up, wide grip, medium grip, short, or to call this close grip, I prefer all of them. I would be very biased because the prevention of overused injuries, most especially in doing bodyweight exercises, so open chain exercises, um, having to experience overused injuries, or the risk of having nagging shoulders, elbows, and wrist. And in my case, I have nagging elbow pain because of spamming spamming chin-ups, which would be my first uh, choice in doing vertical pulls, most especially doing it the weighted version. So strapping up at least a 45 50 pound plate on a dip belt and then cranking reps on the weighted chin up. I would uh, rotate this with, of course, a lat pull down machine, whether it could be the neutral grip, even a wide grip behind, or just front of your back. Sometimes I prefer behind the neck for mobility reasons, and of course just having fun, you know. Um, Before, I used to have like nagging pain on here. I think you call this golfer's elbow or something. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. Um, I used to spam chin ups, like even in the rings, most especially in the rings, because doing chin ups or any types of any type of vertical pull on the rings actually gives you more uh, the freedom to move, to be able for you to supinate, um, compared to doing it in a straight bar, like even in the lat pull down variations, or wherein you have these attachments wherein they're just as similar as the straight bar. So doing weighted chin-ups on the rings, most especially hits, most especially my lower lats, um, very, very good. Like I used to have cramps tomorrow or next day in the morning. Like I know for sure that these are some of the specific back muscles that I can target with just spamming normal pull-ups alone. Of course, variation is key. I mean, if you're a bodybuilder, I mean, just picking one variation is a recipe for disaster. And my analysis is there's a reason why there's a lot of ice cream flavors. I mean, you cannot just pick one ice cream flavor. I mean, if you're very attached to one flavor, when why not? But my analysis is that um, variation is key, and only sticking to one variation is a recipe for disaster. Again, from what happened to me, I spam chin-ups too much that I'm starting to have um, uh, what they call this, nagging pain on my elbow, that doing even curls actually hurts a lot. And from what I've found with chin-ups is, I mean, surprisingly or ironically, some calisthenics extremists actually recommends this with growing bigger biceps, but I found a way in not fully targeting my biceps whenever I'm doing chin-ups. Is I do some dead hang warm-ups first, and then what a dead hang would actually look like is, so you're kind of like shrugging, so you're on a hanging position, dead hang position, then you would actually stimulate your back muscles by shrugging, by locking your scapula, and then imagining that you're bringing your chest up. In that way, when you're at your working sets, you actually hit your back muscles more than your arms and your forearms. And that's what actually happened to me when I do chin-ups, weighted chin-ups to be specific. Ironically, of course, as I previously mentioned earlier, that calisthenics extremists or like dogmatic calisthenics athletes would like to prefer weighted chin-ups as the way to build your biceps with only doing calisthenics. I mean, back then, maybe, but if your only goal is to grow your back, most especially your lats with weighted chin-ups, doing dead hangs as a warm-up before doing your working sets actually helps. And then what helped promote the growth of my lower lats is doing warm-ups with bands. I would like to call them like pull-aparts. I don't know, call them, or correct me if I'm wrong again in the comments down below. What were there, or what are they actually called correctly? Wherein you're just doing this, okay, so you're doing this, or I will just probably show a video on the screen on how I perform those warm-ups to um, keep my shoulders warm and loose. And I found out that the more heavier the tension of my resistance bands are, and how far I would stretch my arms far away from my body, my upper torso, the more um, recruitment of my lower lats I actually feel when I'm doing this warm up. So what I did was I implemented them in my split in my routine. So I would do like burnout sets, like finishers, and I would superset it with, I don't know, maybe abs, calf, my arms, my shoulders, and surprisingly, yeah, I get incredible tons of dumps in my lower lats. And whenever I do like a front uh, back pose, or I'm running out of vocabularies, bodybuilding vocabularies, so correct me again if I'm wrong on what the pose actually is called. So when you do like a back front back flex, yeah, I can actually see growth in my lower lats because again, my chest is overpowering my back, and of course having a big, wide, thicker back, most especially upper back, actually is kind of like the peak epitome of masculine look, and that is what I'm trying to achieve still in this training phase wherein I'm now prioritizing the growth of my delts. As you can see, there's a lot of improvement and growth on my front delts. I've been spamming front delt raises and overhead pressing in this past few weeks, and of course some incline pressing as well. I mean, you wouldn't forget um, the growth of the upper chest, and yeah, then I think one extra bonus and one more additional exercise, or actually I would call this the most bang out of your buck type of equipment that I would recommend to all levels of uh, trainees, whether it could be novice, intermediate, advanced, elite. That would be the chest expander. I didn't bring the springs, but this actually costs little that actually do so much. I mean, yeah, like Alex Leonidas, what do you call this, philosophy, like getting more out of less weight. It's actually only 5 springs. Like unlike the US variation where it can actually go up to I think 7 or 8 springs. This could only go to 5, and I cannot even do like chest pull apart with all of the springs. And you might be asking, isn't like chest expander like the springs, they have this same effect as resistance bands? Maybe not, but from what I could tell from my experience, that when I'm doing chest pull aparts with bands, yeah, there's a lot of tension when you're at the peak of the tension, but once you release it, there's no more tension. Like it actually fades away the tension, unlike when I'm doing the chest expander with all of these springs, like even like 3 springs. So at the start it's already hard, and at the peak of the tension, which would be like fully stretch, and then when I release it, so you would call this the eccentric part of the movement, it actually still has tension that I'm surprised on how much growth it actually gave me, not only in my rear delts. It actually also targets my rhomboids, my mid traps, a little bit of the lats. I mean, give it credit, but not only is this a helpful equipment on um, building your back, some part of the back some part of the back muscles that like even machines like cable machines cannot replicate. Can also it can also hit your side delts, surprisingly. Again, your rear delts, your arms, you can do like overhead extensions with this, like pull aparts from the back, do curls, um, like maybe I'll also buy again another set of these so I can simulate somewhat of a similar movement to a chest fly, like a cable chest fly. But again, that would be for another video. So if you happen to like this video, stumble upon this video, give it a like, share this with your friends, comment down below what would be your opinion on some of my favorite picks on how I will able to achieve demon back. It's been a long time coming, and I've been seeing a lot of improvements on my back. There's a lot of striation that I don't get to see back when I was a minimalist, back when I was only doing pull-up variations, no hip hinges whatsoever. Of course, do your hip hinges even if you are a calisthenics athlete. Your lower back is money. So when I say money, it means it is important for the stability, integrity of your overall body health. So um, that would be it. Thank you for watching and have a good day.